Now to NewsNation's Robert Sherman live in Tel Aviv. Robert, I'm not sure if you had an opportunity to hear my conversation with Julia, but she says that the president was clear that that deadline for Iran still stands. What is the reaction where you are since this rescue, Robert? Because I have to believe there's just a sense of optimism and excitement about how successful that rescue operation was.
Well, I mean, despite the fact that this is an American service member and we're here in Israel, I mean, we've heard these conversations all week with people asking the questions, what was going to happen? What kind of a world would we be living in by the time this deadline came about? And you had, Israeli citizens all over the country, worried and, hoping, that there would be some kind of a positive outcome with all of this here. And they ended up getting the outcome that they were looking for here on this Easter Sunday with this successful extraction being made in a situation that the president described as taking place deep in the mountains, utilizing special forces. Part of his statement here says that this was one of the most daring search and rescue operations in U.S. history for one of our incredible crew member officers, who also happens to be a respected colonel, who is now safe and sound. At my direction, the U.S. military sent dozens of aircraft armed with the most lethal weapons in the world to retrieve him. He sustained injuries, but he will be just fine. The president also described this operation as one in which was highly risky, which put not just American service member lives at risk, but also equipment. We're starting to get a better idea of that. What you're looking at on your screen right now, this is footage from Iranian state media, which we cannot independently verify ourselves. But it shows, according to them, destroyed aircraft on the ground inside of Iran. You are now getting reports coming out from American outlets citing American officials saying that at a certain point, the U.S. forces had to destroy some of their own aircraft and some of their own equipment that was on the ground in Iran. But many of the details as to exactly why that had to happen are very scant. Those reports indicate that we're talking about potentially two MC-130Js, which are utilized in order to participate in these extraction kind of missions, get troops out from behind enemy lines. They have the ability to take off in tight spaces here. That appears to be some of the equipment of greatest note that we're talking about here. There's a lot of conflicting reports about exactly what all may have been lost behind enemy lines. The big headline remains the same, though, Nick, which is that both of these U.S. service members, both American aviators, are now back in the arms of their fellow U.S. service members receiving medical care, safe and well.
Absolutely, Nick. Robert. This has been a tense 48 hours, and we can all breathe a slight sigh of relief now. NewsNation's Robert Sherman live in Tel Aviv. Robert, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.